Hello, Musto0063 here, and I was not expecting to make a return to Make a Good Mega Man Level Contest number 1. This is unbelievable. As at the date I'm recording this, it is January the 6th, 2018, 2 days after I uploaded part 1 of this Let's Play. A Let's Play in which, in every single part, I pretty much said, unfortunately, I haven't been able to find a version of this game that has the Wily Fortress stage, or the post-game content, because the original hosting link, or sprite sync, or whatever, seems to be completely gone, and I couldn't find anywhere else where it was posted. So yeah, I'd consigned myself to just, in inverted commas, the contest entries, which was fun enough, I suppose. But, yeah, wow. Completely randomly, managed to find a link to the full game now. So as you can see, Wily's unbreakable barrier is unbreakable no more. The 24 energy elements have broken through the barrier, and I can now play the Wily Fortress, or the Wily Castle. So, yay! Let's actually finish Make a Good Mega Man Level Contest number 1 for real this time. Dear Mega Man, I've prepared a teleporter to my fortress just for you. Have fun trying to storm my greatest castle yet. Signed, Dr. Wily. Once you enter this area, you will not be able to return to the hub until you beat it. And beware, this is a very long section. Well, I'm maxed out on lives, I'm maxed out on energy tanks just for my regular playthrough, so yeah, I think I'm in pretty good state. As you can see there, 6 energy elements, so there are 6 stages in the fortress, leaving aside the 6th for the moment. The first 5, well, 1 each was made by the judges, and I'm just going to say this right off the bat. There seems to be quite a bit of controversy about these stages in terms of like the quality of them, not even comparing to some of the ones from the contest, and I completely disagree with that. I think there's maybe 1 out of the 5 that was made by the judges that I don't particularly fancy or don't particularly like, but it's not terrible, and the other 4 I have absolutely no problem with. So yeah, I don't understand the flack that the judges got for the so-called poor quality of these levels. To me, they're absolutely fine, and some of them are really good. So yeah, just going to throw that out there. And here is Wily's Fortress. I think that's the Mega Man 10 sprite version of his fortress. And like I said, each of the first 5 stages made by one of the judges, and the first stage was made by Snowrunner Pyro. So, first off, I know these stages far less well than I do the contest entries. So, yeah, the contest entries went pretty well for me. City War aside, but that one's a bit of a glitchy, unholy mess. I think you can probably, I can probably just accept that as being terrible. But yeah, the rest of it went pretty fine, I think. So yeah, interesting to see how well or how poorly I do on these stages. I'm expecting failure, and I'm expecting death, and yeah. We'll see how they go. I also really like, I should say, for the first stage as well, that the keeping up the tradition of starting outside of a fortress and working your way in. That was something that was established, I think, in the very first classic Mega Man game, and I'm pleased to see that it was sort of yeah, that it's kept here. So yeah, we start outside the fortress and have to sort of break our way in, if you will. Although there are ladders and open holes and such like that, so it's not about any breaking in, but still, I like the keeping of the continuity there. Here we get introduced to one of the stage kind of gimmicks that's going to kind of show up in a couple of incarnations, if you will. But yeah, first off here we've got these kind of just shooting out one projectile shot, but they're always horizontal. They're fairly slow, but the one on the bottom there, particularly when you have to be over at the left-hand side of the screen, can be a bit tricky to avoid taking any damage on. But we'll see a few more really threatening ones a bit later. Speaking of threatening, this is always makes me incredibly nervous when we're dealing with those kind of platforms over spikes. Just yeah, always, or pits, just very, very nervous. Yeah, let's take you out before anything else. I don't want you to shoot sparks, shocks all over the place while I'm on the ladder. That's a surefire recipe for disaster. Okay, and we've looped back round to where we were. And yeah, here are the more threatening wall cannon things, so they kind of continuously fire. That one's not so bad in the sense that it's, you know, quite high up, and it's again the projectiles. Wow, it just did not jump for some reason there. I swear I pressed the jump button, but yeah, that was really weird. But yeah, they're still fairly slow, but they do home in on you this time as well. And this screen we've got 2 of them, and it's a bit more hectic. Also, I was sort of trying to farm for a little bit of health, but I don't seem to be getting any, so I guess we'll just forget that idea and we'll head out. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm going to scroll you over to the right-hand side of the screen, so hopefully I can get a bit more time to take you out on the left-hand side of the screen. Because I don't like the hitbox on those enemies. They're always a pain in the neck to take out. Yeah, we'll just let the cloud bullet thing from Snake Man stage in Mega Man 3 bypass me. Oh! Okay, that resets when you sort of go up a bit and scroll the screen back, if you will. That was a bit awkward, but oh well. That was not a good time. Managed to get away with it, though. And giant penguin. I suppose I could farm for stuff here, although they seem to be dropping, like, when they connect, colliding with the wall there, they're actually sort of dropping pickups and everything like that, so that's kind of nice. And I do like the fact that the hitbox on those things is such that you don't have to, oh dear, you don't have to hit just the head. Anywhere in the body actually does the trick. I want to get rid of that thing as quick as possible, just so, yeah, it doesn't, oh, that's going to be terribly timed. Just so it doesn't keep following me. With the scrolling screen, once I've destroyed the armour, good grief, the armour that the thing is in, then, yeah, it's going to be stationary, it's not going to chase me, but, oh well. These cannon things can be a bit hell of a thing. So, yeah, obviously, again, they shoot on a timer, but when you're in close proximity to them, it can be a little hard to judge exactly when they're going to fire. I do believe if you're sort of like standing on them as well, when they shoot, then that also can damage you, so there's a sort of a hitbox thing there. But, it's a slow scrolling screen, I don't mind that too much. That could be nasty. And we're speeding up and slowing down. Okay. And that caught me off guard. I wonder if that's a good place to... Oh dear. Okay, well the darkness I suppose is not too much of a problem here. Got an eye. We got a sort of sight of the level before it, you know, before anything too much happened. And it's fairly straightforward anyway. Okay, these sort of curling wet enemies from Blizzard Man stage should be fine. And I think we're out. And of course that drops health, so I didn't need to pick up the giant one. That would have probably been better, but oh well. Yeah, I think we're at the boss. Which is Mega Man 3. I actually really like this boss. Basically, it's a Doc robot situation, and yeah, he transforms into one of the Robot Masters from Mega Man 3 and does an attack, you know, that's from that Robot Master. Some of them are a bit harder to avoid than others. Magnet Man's there, can be quite tricky to avoid. Oh, lovely. Lovely, so you're going to spam Magnet Man. You're going to spam Hard Man as well, which is... Yes, you are! Unbelievable! Magnet Man and Hard Man probably done... Wow, are you joking me? Magnet Man and Hard Man are probably the... Wow, that is unreal. Are probably the two hardest I find in the game, or I find to avoid. That is unreal. Are you joking me? You can summon other Robot Masters, believe me. There's Gemini Man. He also sort of or there are other enemies that sort of spawn in. Sometimes they can drop health, so they can be really good. You have just been the absolute bugger of all buggers in this fight, haven't you? So yeah, you want to take out the other enemies when you can. As I say, the fact they actually drop things like health and such like that can be really nice if you're running low or just having a terrible fight or whatnot. But goodness me, I don't know if you got to see them all there. I don't recall seeing Sparkman. I think maybe we got to see all the other ones. But yeah, go figure. I don't think actually got to see Shadow Man either. But those two are reasonably easy to dodge. But yeah, I probably didn't get to see all the attacks there. But goodness grief, Magnet and Hard Man. I remember my first when I played these stages for the through before. I've played these stages once before just to make sure that everything's okay with them and everything like that. But yeah, good grief, Magnet and Hard were the two most difficult ones, and you were like, I swear there was a point in time there where you spammed like, or there were like 6 in a row, were like Magnet Hard, Magnet Hard, or something like that. Good grief. Anyway. On to the second stage, which was made by Cheese 8. And yeah, I have to, now I hear this music, I have to go back on something I said, and probably part 4. Wily 1 for Mega Man 9 is not my favourite Wily Fortress stage of all time. This is. Wily 2 for Mega Man 10. Don't get me wrong, Wily 1 for Mega Man 9 is still kick-ass and I love it, but Wily 2 for Mega Man 10 is my absolute favourite. I cannot believe I forgot that. That was shameful on my part. I can understand if it was like the worst, or like a middle one or a worst one, or I just forgot about the theme. It doesn't mean much, it doesn't have much meaning to me or anything like that. But yeah, the fact that it is my favourite and I forgot about it is shameful on my part. Anyway, we've got quite a bit of way through the levels already, and yeah, introduced to the Tackle Fire, which is going to be the main problem enemy of the stage. Basically, the middle of the screen continually fires up these Tackle Fire. They then fall from the ceiling. They tend to fall in just the worst possible positions imaginable. Like when you're on a ladder or stationary, trying to attack an enemy. Oh, there comes a Tackle Fire. It just seems to be absolutely perfectly positioned to royally screw you over. Like there. I'm just climbing the ladder, just to kind of get up to the next level, and maybe take out that sheer attacker enemy. Oh, look, Tackle Fire on the ladder. That's going up on, or coming down on the ladder. Now, I'm not going to moan too much on them. They're not like the most obnoxious enemies ever. They only take one hit to... Whoa. Whoops. They only take one hit to kill, so they're not... Yeah, they're not terrible, but they are half in the way in this stage. Let me put it that way. We also get a heavy use of countdown bombs here. This is a kind of a nicer area. It's a sort of a gotcha moment where you sort of have to somewhat kind of react to what's going on, but I never feel like you get screwed over from the point of view that you can't, get out of the way of spikes or such like that. Clearly when you drop, you're in danger, but provided you're not massively slow, there's more than enough time for you to even take stock of the screen. Like there, I don't know those screens off by heart by any stretch of imagination, but I could almost not split second, but when I dropped down, I could sort of survey my surroundings, work out where I'm going to be. The fact that the countdown bombs take a bit of time to explode is really nice as well. I should also point out the countdown bombs don't damage you when they explode, which is really nice. I think I was stood still on that last countdown bomb there. It exploded and I just dropped down without taking damage. In Mega Man 6, where I think they were first introduced, you had to sort of play a timing game where if you were standing on one and it was about to explode, then you had to jump, otherwise the explosion would damage you. And if you were over pits or spikes, then yeah, that could be a pain. But yeah, it's a nice touch, and I'm somewhat relieved to see that countdown bomb explosions actually don't damage you in this game. I think we probably would have seen evidence of that in an earlier stage in the contest, in one of the entries, but I don't think I pointed it out then, so my apologies for if that was the case and I didn't do it. You're getting it here. Oh, you're not dead. Ah! Well, that was clumsy as all hell, wasn't it? I thought that thing was surely taking enough damage to die. Thank you. Now I'm caught between a hot and a hot place. With a fire tackle and a fire pillar. Wow, that was clumsy. Yeah, I knew that tackle fire was going to be in the most obnoxious place ever, and it continues to be in the most obnoxious place ever. I probably should have used magic card to get that health pickup. Let's just hope I can get some later on in the stage. I could go down and get it, but frankly, I don't feel that desperate for it. Okay, wasn't in the way that time. Oh, and I should also say that given the later version of the game, Rush Coil now, he does not... I don't want to be in the middle. Don't want to be in the middle. I don't want to be in the middle. Wow. He does not... you do not spring on him if you just simply walk over him. So you actually now have to jump on him for the hit to register, or for... Ooh, I want that. For it to register as you've actually activated Rush Coil. So that's nice as well, because I don't think walking on it is something particular. I mean, it's okay when you know it's going to happen, but the first time it does, particularly if you're sort of around pits or spikes or some such like that, then yeah, chances are you'll probably end up getting screwed over by it because you weren't expecting. Quite understandably. Well, I can't actually kill you because the countdown bomb's in the way. Yeah, quite understandably, you're probably just going to spring up into something you weren't expecting. Okay, it's like sort of a split path here. I guess you could take either way you want. I don't know why I'm bothering over there. I'm not bothering with that. I'm not going anywhere near the left-hand side of the screen. Just looking at it, I feel like I've taken the better side of the screen here. The right-hand side looks a lot more tricky. Maybe that's just me, don't know. Okay, when we're out. Yeah, bit of a hectic level, the tackle, the fire tackle. Actually, we're not done with. We're not done yet. We're nowhere near done. I completely forgot that. Yeah, that's sort of it's almost like a halfway point, if you will. We're not at the boss quite yet. Still got a way to go. Yeah, getting ahead of myself. Yep. Tackle fires, skulls, really in the way. This is a clever screen. I like getting the countdown bomb out of the way there, because it was in the way and I couldn't actually destroy those blocks previously, because yeah, if I just shot, then the blast it. I'm just going to rush through this because I don't fancy my chances otherwise. I think actually, wow, yeah, trying to stick around on that screen probably going to do me more harm than good. Or yeah, trying to take it slow there, I'll probably end up taking more damage. Okay, that's nice. I was wondering there whether to farm a little bit for energy, but certainly I'm going to bother now. Yeah, now we're at the boss. And a very appropriate boss for that level, I must say. I think his name is like Shanji Master, or at least according to the spoiler, the arena at the end of the game, in the post game. But I sort of know it as it looks very much like the sort of giant fireball thing from Mario 2. So yeah, very appropriate for this level. And he's pretty easy, to be fair. He never moves, he'll always jump. There's a constant fireball that's that's continuously coming up from underneath this, from under the lava, or out from the lava, sorry. But it's very non-threatening. He has a bunch of attacks where he'll bounce a fireball on the floor. That's pretty easy to tell where that's going. He'll sort of do a solar blaze attack. That's pretty easy as well. And he'll also sort of throw a bit like the fire-chucking enemies, throw a sort of tackle fire or fireball at you. But all his attacks are pretty easy to dodge there. I'm not sure if I actually took a hit there, I'm not sure, can't remember. But yeah, a pretty easy fight, that one actually. A sort of fun one, but yeah, quite easy. But a absolutely fitting and suitable boss fight for such a level. Okay, and that brings us to the third stage, made by Duvio, and this is the one I mentioned that I'm not a massive fan of. Let me just shoot that enemy and point out the gimmick. So, it is a stealth mission, if you will. If I'd avoided that enemy or not shot it, I could have simply walked through here and yeah, it would have been absolutely fine. But in shooting it, I've put up a barrier so that I now can't get through there, so I have to go round this way. Now, admittedly, that's not too much of a detour, and I don't mind showing that off on the first screen, but from here on in, the name of the game is going to be Stealth. I do not want to attack enemies. The second I attack an enemy, or kill an enemy, sorry, so there are some you could attack, and there are some, in fact, with like Skull Jones, I think, later on, that I'm actually going to want to, attack but not kill, because a charged Mega Buster shot is the only way to kill them. Just using a regular Mega Buster shot actually won't kill them. I hate trying to jump over over those bloody pellets in such a close proximity, but oh well. Yeah, the name of the game is going to be Do Not Attack Enemies. Keep away from things as much as possible. Okay, I'm just going to head over there. I'm not quite sure why you need to go over to the right-hand side there. That's a bit much more treacherous. But yeah, I feel like if you went to the right there, you've got spikes to jump on and disappear, and the floor that falls away. So yeah, I think just heading off to the left is the better way to go there. So yeah, case in point. I can shoot those enemies. I'm not going to destroy one, just so you can see what happens with a barrier, because that's going to really mess up the screen, and I don't want that. But yeah, I can shoot these enemies, and you can clearly see there are no barriers being put in my way. I'm not killing them. This screen, on the other hand, well, yeah, I am going to avoid attacking anything, but good grief, is it just completely unnecessary, unnecessary enemy spam. Good grief, I don't like that screen. Watch out for that spike there, which is very easy to miss on the floor. That's annoying. I don't believe you'd probably attack a single one of those pippies either, so What? Why is the conveyor belt not working? That better, yeah, that bet. I was going to say that's gonna work, isn't it? The second I get close to the sodding spike. That's bad. That was awesome. Okay, cool. Glad with that. Good. That was good. That was nice. Okay, yeah. So again, we'll just shoot these enemies just once. They can collapse, and yeah, I'm not actually killing them, so they're still on screen. Yeah, so they're still on screen. No barriers being put up. That's bad timing. That's better timing. And I think that actually might be it. So it's still not too bad of a level, but well, we'll see. Not quite. Yeah, we are. I think we are done. Yes, and we're at the boss, which is a fairly decent boss actually. I don't mind it. Or the boss in the loosest term. Basically, all it is a enemy gauntlet that you have to outlast. So I'm in a terrible position here, by the way. I want to be on the opposite side of the screen. Yeah, it's an enemy gauntlet, so every time it switches, it loses a health. Bloody freaking croakers. Yeah, every time it switches, it loses some health, so you just have to outlast it. Once you get into a rhythm, it's not too bad. You probably have to get familiar with what attacks the things are going to do, but yeah, they're all, for the most part, pretty easy, provided you're not cornered. The croaker is probably one of the worst ones if I'm like in the middle of the screen, because that one just yeah, seems to like royally mess me up with the positions of the small frogs. But yeah, if he's in the corner, he's generally no problem. So we've got like Sniper Joes there, croakers, bee enemies. I'm trying to think of what else there was. A hornet enemy from Plant Man stage that flies across. Yeah, basically don't bother attacking anything. It's just a survival thing. So yeah, and it's pretty fun actually. And the stage wasn't so bad, admittedly. We got through that fairly painlessly, but it can be a bugger when you sort of accidentally attack enemies or put up barriers and really royally screw yourself over. So yeah, it's a neat idea, but I don't think it necessarily quite works very well for Mega Man, given this sort of, you know, the shooting style of his gameplay. Anyway, fourth stage, made by Blackmore Darkwing. I think this is probably going to be the last one of this video. Well, actually, I haven't been going that long, actually, so maybe I'll try and clear the first. Maybe I'll try and do all 5. I know there's a 6th one, but yeah, the 5 ones that the judges did in one video, and then we'll do the finale for last, because the last level is going to be very long. And I think this level seems to get sort of canned for being a tribute, if you will, to the tier 5, top 4 levels, and I've no problem with that whatsoever. It's fun. That's not. What was that? Good shot. Oh, good grief! And now I have to deal with you again, aren't I? Yeah, and I couldn't quick enough before the barrier came up. Okay, fine. So welcome to the very clumsy level. And again, the crystal. Wow. Okay, I want to get up and attack that, because what's happening is. Hey, can I go quicker? No. Do I just wait a little bit? Okay, wait a little bit longer. Right. Okay. Right. Finally managed to get the timing down on that. Wow. Yeah. Terrible show on my part. Yeah. Essentially, this is a tribute to tier 5, the top 4. So we're gonna see. Well, I won't spoil it. At the moment, we've got that's terrible timing again. Good grief, I'm doing terrible on this level. Heavy on Glassman at the moment and Neon Gravity. So we've got yeah, a lot of the Glassman platforms, the crystals that are shattering, the Glassman enemies, and also the yeah, sorry, the platforms that fall away as well, and also the Neon Gravity at work. So we've got the spinning projectile, or sorry, the black holes or the warps or whatever that are warping our projectiles. So as well as it being sort of a stage tribute, it's also a boss tribute to what was there from tier 5, the top 4. So we have the Gravity Man refight with the awesome Ace Attorney Pursuit Lying Coldly theme, or Miles Edgeworth Investigations at least. So yeah, exact same procedure. He's the exact same boss. So go to one side, wait for a ring, charge up a shot, shoot it as the ring is just about hittable, and the bullet and your charged bullet will curve upwards, take out the ring, and also damage Gravity Man. So yeah, pretty simple fight. Moving on, and now we've got Mega Man World. So the Mario themed level. That was awful. What am I doing in this? What am I doing in this stage? Just having a shocker. could be very annoying. Okay, the Koopa down there did my job for me and actually took out the enemies. I'm actually going to try... Okay, I was going to try killing that for some health because I'm quite low at the moment, but to no avail. So, Neon Gravity again at play here. In conjunction with Mega Man World. I actually really like as well the... I feel like it's not just a tribute. I feel like that's why some of the criticism came for this stage, in the sense that it didn't really do anything too original itself, if you will. It was just... It is, it is that tribute to the... to Tier 5, but... Honestly, I think the level is really good, and I like how it mixes up and uses a combination of the things. So, we didn't obviously see, and why would we, the Mario Mega Man Mario World one with Neon Gravity, or Glass Man with Neon Gravity. So, yeah, I feel like it does a nice job of mixing up the gimmicks. The Neon Gravity is difficult to get used to, again. It's very hard to know where all your shots are going to go, but... yeah, I feel like this stage in particular came for some really unfair criticism. I actually really like it. That could be a thing. Yep. Oh, between the small gap in those platforms, huh? Nice. Well, that sent me back quite a way. It's a bit annoying. Clearly, my clumsiness has not disappeared. Yep. Right. Well, we're not back to where we were before, but let's have another go. Yeah, the curvature on the bullets is really off-putting and hard to get used to, but I still like it. This time I'm just going to slide through there. I can't do all of that now. This go. I might actually just rush this one. Yep, fine. Avoid taking damage completely unnecessarily. Yeah, this was a thing. This was a bit annoying, unfortunately. Maybe I should take a brief pause? Yeah, that seems to be the trick. Oh, and of course, we're right at the boss gate. Lovely. Or another boss gate. We're not done with the level by any means. And we've got Glass Man. Obviously, from the Glass Man stage. The winning entry. And again, he's very similar, he's identical to he was before. So yeah, after a few hits, he comes into this great big freaking glass bubble, which is incredibly hard to avoid. But I managed to pull it off there, only to get cornered, and have nowhere to go with the glass pane, but oh well. Yeah, the trick is to try and sort of lure him and then kind of slide away as far as possible. But yeah, easier said. There, managed it there. Yeah, that was a pretty good Glass Man fight, not gonna lie. Pretty happy with that. But yeah, we're not done with the stage, on we go. So some more Glass Man versus Mega Man World. And of course, I know what you're all thinking. There's one level from Tier 5 that we haven't seen yet. How is that going to work? Yep, I was a feeling that was going to happen. That's more what I wanted to do. Anyway, yeah, Citadel Basement. The one level we haven't yet seen. Well, we're going to see it now. Once again, the second the Gutsman platform appears. Jump on it. And I really like this bit as well. We're dealing with Citadel Basement in conjunction with the Glassman stage, Glassman platforms. Oh, gods. Well, that right royally screwed me over, didn't it? Please tell me a platform's going to come back at some point in time. Yeah, those hanging glass panes royally screwed me up because I then lost the potential to yeah, jump on the thing. I don't know if that is going to come back, and I guess I could rush Jet to the right, but to bypass it. But I actually want to clear this properly, so I'm going to rush Jet to the left. Hopefully, we can go back off screen and scroll it back on there. So I'd like to actually do that properly. Okay, it's reappearing now. Right, fine. Let's try that again. And yeah, all the Glassman platforms are back as well, which would have made it impossible had they not been there. Okay, let's see if we can take you out quickly this time. Right, good. No glass panes in my way to really screw me over. Fine. Cool. And I think we're done with that. No, we're not. We need to rush. Good grief! We're not done at all! But thankfully we don't actually need to catch up with the platform. The glassbound platforms are the end of that bit. So yeah, that's nice. That's helpful. Okay, in the middle you can't get me, so that's nicely out of the way of all your hitboxes. Okay, and now I think we're coming to the end of the level. Yes. So this is a interesting one. A much more sort of difficult Birdo fight, if you will. And we've got the neon gravity effects in play again, so it's sort of a case of pretty much going from side to side and then aiming a charge shot at the right time. It will it will sort of get curvature. The curvature will go up into Birdo at the top there. Yeah, he does other things like fire out these eggs, which you have to avoid. The spike ball is probably the most annoying thing I find that he does. It sort of splits apart and shoots a whole bunch of projectiles, which can be really tricky to avoid. But yeah, for the most part, again, pretty straightforward fight. Nothing too tricky about it. In theory, of course, you probably could use Metal Blade or indeed Magic Card to hit him. We'll probably see that later, just to speed up the fight at a later point in the game. But yeah, I'm going Buster only on all these Fortress Stages bosses for the time being. And yeah, why not? I'll squeeze in the fifth stage. So this is the last one by the judges, Mr. QM, Wily 5. Let's do that this video as well. Yeah, no, just to cap off that stage, I really like that stage. It's yeah, okay, there's nothing new, and it might have been nice to see something completely original from a judge. But if he was asked, which I believe is actually the case, to make a sort of I was wondering why that top one wasn't doing anything. Asked to make a sort of a tribute to the top 4, then yeah, the amount of flak that he took for that stage is quite remarkable. These things are very finicky. I would have thought a charge shot to the face would take them out, but for some reason the hitbox on these things is just weird beyond belief. Okay, I'm not sure whether it's supposed to be. Yeah, I would have thought it would be the face rather than the top tile, but maybe I'll aim for the top one, or maybe not quite the top of the top one, but the bottom of the top one. I don't know. Yeah, the hitbox on that seems really weird to me. Anyway, this is a fairly decent stage, I think, as well. There's abundance of fan fiends, which do make getting through fairly tricky from time to time. Good, didn't mess that up and have to use Rush Call or something. And once again, countdown bombs just to really prove the point, in case you missed it earlier. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, the explosion doesn't kill you, or doesn't hurt you. Sorry, it's saying kill. Okay. Yeah, well, those ones are what happens when you destroy the face. Then it seems like the top one and indeed the face disappear, but the bottom two then kind of come hurting at you. So yeah, and be prepared there. There's a fan fiend there, so yeah, as soon as you come up the ladder there, be prepared to hold right so you don't get blown to the spikes. Provided you kind of survey the screen before you head up the ladder, then you won't get caught out with that. Oh, okay, the charge shot didn't need a charge shot for that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure whether there is something weird going on with the hitboxes there, or if it's just me playing terribly. Good, that was nice. Thank you for the health drop. Okay, a lot of the beat. Whoops, don't go down there. Okay, the fan fiend is blowing me to the right. No, he's not. Wait, he was blowing me to the right, I swear. Or did I get that wrong? I don't know. He was definitely blowing me to the left there, but I swear he was blowing me back to the right at the bottom of the screen. Maybe he can turn round. Maybe that was what was going on there. I don't need that, do I? But I'll prove a point that I can get it. Okay. I am just going to take that out with Metal Blade, I think. I don't fancy messing around. and still get hit. Well, I should have just stayed with the Mega Buster then if that was going to happen. I kind of got a little bit stuck on the ladder the first time, and then, yeah, just stood under the thing while it shot at me. Lovely. Don't hit me. I'm going to do the same with that one, and hopefully this time won't be quite so clumsy. Thank you. Right, wait my turn, get up here, then we can take out this giant enemy. And get an extra life that I lost in the last level. Nice. I saw that missile down there. I do think it's quite lenient here in the sense that the countdown bombs, again, fortunately, there's plenty of time, there's plenty of time, because I didn't mean to make a colossal mess of that, there's plenty of time to rest. Again, the ones before the missiles, there's, you know, like 3 seconds, so, yeah, I don't think you should be in any danger there, really, of the fan blew me down. I wonder what happened there. I swear I timed my jump perfectly there to avoid that attack, but, yeah, no, the fan, I was underneath the fans, clearly, and it blew me down. Yeah, no, the countdown bombs there. There's enough time. There's enough seconds to. Yeah, this is voxel mapping is really weird. No, I just wanted to go down the ladder and not get blown to the spikes. So now I've got to. Although it might be a good technique anyway. Although the weirdness of the jankiness of that is a bit weird. Is a bit odd. Okay, this bit. Contrary to what you might think, and I don't actually mind the hit there, in some ways there's actually a help. Yeah, that was. I remember that happening on my when I previously played the level. The fans there just blow you to a ridiculous extent into those enemies, so yeah, good luck actually being able to. That's going to hit me, isn't it? Yep. Nice shot. Yeah, good luck being able to deal with that. Oh my god, I got caught on the scenery on the left-hand side there. I was thinking about just going out, but given I'm low on health, and I'm even lower on health now, I'm going to see if you're going to drop anything. No. Ugh. Okay, that's bad. I am completely unprepared for this boss. So I think I might just use an E-tank. I know there is actually, I believe, from watching another, I've never died on a boss, and I've made sure not to do it as well. But there is supposedly some kind of glitch that actually, if you die on a boss in the, I don't know which one it is. If you die on a boss in the Wily Fortress, it sort of soft locks the game or something. So yeah, I'm desperate for that not to happen. And of course, we do now get the airman joke, which wasn't there. When I thought wasn't going to be there when I played through the rest of the game originally when he was in the attic, because I said, well, yeah, there was a thing about not being able to make an airman joke, but yeah, I said I didn't think I was actually going to get to this point, so we'd actually see the joke, but yeah, here he is, complete with the I can't defeat airman music playing in the background. Wow, he's pretty straightforward. Some attacks are more annoying than others. This one where the fans actually activate, what you're supposed to do is then go to the top of the ceiling where the energy or the energy warp things are not there. So there's gaps in the ceiling where there's safe spots. So yeah, that's where you want to aim for. But yeah, he does a variety of attacks. Sometimes he shoots air shooters from the ground. Sometimes there's sort of a gyro attack, which is actually really freaking hard to avoid. But yeah, he's not too bad. Although I do think I needed that energy tank, otherwise I would have died. And I say I'm not risking a soft lock or a glitch or something that crashes the game. Nope, not taking that chance. So anyway, that brings us to the 6th stage, but yeah, this video's gone on for almost about 40 minutes or so. I've cleared 5 Wily 40 stages. This one's quite long, you'll see why next time. So yeah, I'll save it for what will be the final part of this Let's Play. I will do the final stage, and then we'll probably do the post-content as well. There'll probably be post-game content. It'll probably be post-commentary on that as well, because it's freaking hard in certain places. So I'll probably just actually have a run where I do it, and then I'll commentate it over at post-game. But yeah, that'll be just the sort of the arena and a special fight at the end. So yeah. Wonderful. I'll leave it there and hope to see you next time for part 7, which, yeah, will definitely be the final part of this Let's Play of Make a Good Mega Man level contest, and then Make a Good Mega Man level contest 2 will follow after that. Hope to see you next time, but until then, cheerio.